Good morning, everyone. Welcome to what I plan on being the final stream for the first Shadow Hearts game, which may actually even lead into the second Shadow Hearts game, depending on how we do this. So we've got some stuff to go through, we've got some things to do, we are done in London. We need to go next to Wales. Now there's some things that have to happen in Wales. There are only 2 dungeons left to this game. One of those dungeons gets me if I do it correctly, not only is it a plot dungeon that has to be done regardless, but if I do it correctly, it also gets me the second strongest fusion in the game. Remembering, of course, that I already screwed up and cannot get the Sephiric Radiance fusion. That was my bad. So, given that we can't do that, we can do other things. First, I need to see if I have any lottery tickets. There are items for the final boss that I want, such as the 5th key and the twice as fast but attack power doubles. I definitely need that. And then bronze dagger, I also need that. I have a plan for the final fight already. The final fight is nasty, but if you have crucifixes on everyone, it helps dramatically. Put a crucifix and a pocket watch on everyone and you're baking with butter. I meant to see if I have one lottery ticket. I don't think that's going to be enough. I am not proficient at the lottery in this version, and there are only a limited number of tickets. So I might have one person who doesn't get a crucifix. Because I don't really feel like going and doing a bunch of side quests. I really want to show you guys the end of this and the story with this today, and then maybe start into the next one, which I actually feel the next one is a better game. I love this game. I love this series. The second game in the series is my absolute favorite game of all time. So I can't wait to show you guys that. What the hell? Is this some kind of alien house? Pretty much, yeah. Yeah. No, this house is the scene of the saddest thing in reality in the next game. Be careful, it may fuse or transform or something. Are you kidding? Don't tell me you believe that junk. Oh boy. Why have you returned? Huh? But, you know, it's dangerous. What if they transform? It's a reason Keith is in the party, and it's because he's awesome. Well, it might be dangerous if you get too close. Come on, let's go. It's not dangerous. It's just the house of the actual Roger Bacon. Remembering, of course, at the end of the last stream we did get confirmation from Albert Simon that he is in fact not Roger Bacon, he is Albert Simon. And that Roger Bacon is a separate entity. It's a pretty slick looking house, and it's not locked or anything. We're just gonna sneak right on inside. What is this place? There's a strange machine here. I think this house is going to transform. Yeah, and then the whole thing will rocket off. Where did you grow up? I also believe I can get the last gravestone here. So that's a thing to do. There's going to be a little bit of grinding here and there. This is probably going to be a longer stream. Because like I said, my goal is to actually finish this today. There's 2 dungeons and a couple of bosses left. There's my light gravestone. Apparently I can't talk to the vending machine yet. It's a machine made of junk and old metal and looks like it could become a cockpit if it transforms. It's not going to transform, Yuri. Okay, you're not going to let me do anything with it. Anything up here that I can do? Ah, there it is. It's a machine with a moving floor surface and gears and things. Ooh. Okay, and you're not doing anything. Well, when in doubt, try to leave. Let's see what happens when we try and make a grand exit. If nothing happens, then I clearly have missed something. I clearly have missed something. Or do I need to go further north? Let's try going further north first. If it stops me, then we'll know there's a problem. Further north is Nemento Monastery, which is the second to last dungeon. It's also where I get, potentially, if you do it right, and I actually, the first time I played through it, I completely missed it, because it's hidden. It's where you get the demon Amon to join you. And Amon is worth it. My goodness, these are some huge ruins. I wonder what this place looked like before it fell apart. So this is what Haley was talking about. The monastery that researched on raising the dead. There's something here. But now this entire place is like a graveyard. Enough of your shenanigans! It's just so sad. Oh yeah! You can hear the cries of the dead roaming over this area? Meet the real Roger Bacon. Who's this? You see all these things. Not human, not ghosts. Happy things, unfortunate things, lucky things, poor things, misunderstood things. Necessary things, unneeded things, all of them have returned to the earth and the heavens. Who are you? I need an adult. Why turn your back on me? What, I don't think I should look into your eyes. Roger Bacon is what I would imagine a Yoda of this universe would look like. Well, wasn't that a blow to the a stinger? What's it called? Verbal abuse? Ah, that one always spars with the freedom of speech. Ba-da-bum. Ba-ding. You get my meaning? Hey, now, just, what is with you? Me? What do you think made you think you could name me? That I'm your new friend, huh? Well, sorry. Maybe if we had more time, then we could have been friends. I'll barely finish on schedule even as it is, but boy, it would have been fun to adventure with you. Roger Bacon, the only person in this game who can break the meta and the fourth wall all at the same time. What are you babbling about? I guess it doesn't matter. What doesn't matter? Who exactly are you? My name is Roger Bacon, the eternal prodigy, lover of science and learning. Huh? Wait, Roger Bacon? Yeah. Are you here for a delivery? Kadelka told us to come here. Kadelka? You mean that Kadelka? You know who Kadelka is, old geezer? Of course I do, I wouldn't forget that strange girl. Kadelka is an aunt, right? I see, so the time has come. Why don't you all come inside? It can't be that. Of course it can. I'll be waiting, come see me, okay? You heard the weird little man. Roger Bacon, at least that's what he said. Pretty sure there's candy boxes here somewhere. Yay, I found it. Mantle of Nobility. Nice. Person's name is crudely carved into the tombstone. James O'Flaherty. Rest in peace with your loved ones. From what I understand, James O'Flaherty, besides being Father Doyle's friend, was also in Koudelka as a party member. I could be completely mistaken on that. I have not played Koudelka. I want to. I really want to. But I'm cheap and poor. Alright, graveyard. Let's see if any magical name has appeared yet, now that I've talked to the creature. This is something I'm going to keep checking on until it actually does appear, because it is very important for the good ending. Looks faint, but there seems to be a name carved onto it. Damn it, not yet. It's alright, it's alright. We still have time. I do need to get some more spirit points. The elemental things. I don't have enough. I actually don't think that I ever managed to get all the level 2s yet. Yeah, I still need one more water just to get a level 2. And yet I have Darkness level 3. We do now have all of the gravestones as well, so nothing's preventing me from getting the level 3s aside from getting those elements. I see, and that's why you came to see me. Mr. Roger Bacon? Please, just call me Roger. What is it, Alice? How do you know Koudelka? 10 years ago, those ruins were called Nemeton Monastery. In reality, the monastery was a jail for political prisoners with life sentences. In time, its role as a prison faded away and the building was bought by a man named Patrick. Then, that dreadful incident happened. Dreadful incident? Patrick moved into Nemeton with his beautiful wife, Elaine, and pair of servants. But one day, some bandits broke into their home and took Elaine's life. Patrick couldn't accept her death and delved into deeper research of black magic. He finally raised her from the dead, but what returned was not his wife, but a hideous monster. I call her Monster Lady. Koudelka defeated that monster and released Elaine's soul. Hey, that's the same as Jack at the orphanage. Does that emigre something or other book have something to do with it? You know of the emigre document? Patrick used it extensively in his research. They call it the emigre manuscript in the other one, which is why I have difficulty with calling it the emigre document. How did Patrick get a hold of the emigre document? I'm not sure, but I think he bought it from someone. The man stole that book from the Vatican. His name is Roger Bacon. What? Who, me? But he's actually Cardinal Albert Simon. Maybe he sold the document to Patrick. Albert Simon? Exposition time. I see. He has been concerned these past years with the study of the deepest laws of the universe. I knew it. He hasn't given up yet. We are fighting Albert. You know Cardinal Simon? Yeah, I know him well. He was a student of mine. He was your student? Really? It's true. How long ago was it now? I'd say about 300 years before I slept here. It's about the time period when he followed the Crusaders and fought against the Ottoman Empire. Yeah, he's old.
Of all my disciples, he stood out as the finest. In fact, he was too good. Having come from the lowest and poorest class of society, Albert lifted himself up and applied himself diligently to study so that he could change the world. I saw great promise in him, and I taught him everything I knew. Law, philosophy, science, astronomy, alchemy. But in time, he began to question certain contradictions he saw in the world. The ruling classes and the subjected masses. He came to reject a world in which a person's place was determined by his birth, and he lost patience with me when I attempted to moderate his views. In the end, he brought me up on charges before the court of the Vatican. But it was he who the church condemned. Of course. In an age of absolutism, anyone who called for the granting of rights to individual citizens could do nothing but anger the powers that be, whether in the church or the state. Any such person was destined to be condemned as a heretic and locked away forever, or tortured to death.
Ooh, torture. That's always fun.
The truth is, I knew that he was right. But I also knew that a world in which everyone could live as equals was nothing but a pipe dream. Perhaps it could be achieved in time, as knowledge spread more widely among the people. But for that age, it was an idea much too far ahead of its time.
There we go. So rare to get cutscenes in this game. The next one is a lot more voice acting, so you have to deal with my charming demeanor much less. It's wonderful, really. He felt revenge because his ideas weren't accepted? Albert changed after the trial. His cynical smile did little to hide the darkness behind his eyes. Ignoring my advice, he pushed himself to the limit and ended up becoming trapped in the black arts. He unsealed forbidden magics and worked to fulfill his dream, the total destruction of society. But I feel like I can understand how he felt, in a way. We can't leave him be. Albert will do something drastic using Kadelka's power. We have to stop him, or the world will be doomed. Sure, Alice, but we don't know where he is. Oh, we're very close by. If I am right, he's close. See? Told you. What? I'm sure Kadelka realized what Albert was about to do. In that case, we don't have much time. You're prepared to fight him, correct? Oh yeah. Yeah, but I don't know how long we'll last fighting him. But I won't give up until we settle this. Okay then, I shall assist you. I'll take you to Albert. Roger, really? This teleporter isn't complete yet, but the vending machine works fine. Get whatever you might need. Wait for me at the Nementon Monastery ruins when you are ready. Yeah, because Kadelka brought the house down on that. Alright, Vendy McVenvend. Wonderful. There is a strange machine. Poke it. I love the vending machine. It just makes me happy inside. Alright, so I have limited funding, and this stuff's expensive. There's a couple things that I do want to get, though. I really would like everyone to have a pocket watch. I actually want to check something before I buy pocket watches for everyone. Because if the crucifix also covers ring abnormalities, then there's no need for the pocket watch. I can't spell. No, that's Anne's Cross. I don't think that it does. I'm actually fairly certain that it doesn't. I love the fact that there are entire websites devoted to the Judgment Ring. Alright, so there's those. Yeah, no, okay, the crucifix prevents stat ailments, but it does not prevent ring ailments. So that's something that we want to kind of take into our own hands at this point, because realistically, everyone should have a pocket watch equipped. I'm not going to be able to get everyone a crucifix, but I can at least have everyone with a this is going to be painful. Oh, at retail price. So if you don't hit them, you fail. Leonardo's Bear I have plenty of. And then there's my Thera stuff. Tents. I have 19 tents. I think I'm good. Alright, so now back to weapons and armor. I guess we'll go with weapons first. I'm not trying for the 3rd level discount. As nice as it is, I just don't have the finesse for it. I actually even screwed that one up on the 1st level. Now I do think I have some things to sell too, which I haven't sold any of my old stuff in a while, which is going to be beneficial here. Okay, and those are slingshots for Haley. Alright, so I'm going to need 2 of these. May as well try for 1 more level on that. There we go. That was at least, you know, another 3,000 off. And then I need 1 of these, which is good because I can only afford 1. Alright, let's see here. It doesn't let me equip there, so I'm going to have to equip and then go back in and actually sell some of my older stuff. Alright, he's got the Leonardo's Bear, which he doesn't actually need that with the crucifix. So, pocket watch for him. Headgear raises defense. I really would probably be better off with him having a belt or something. That reduces SP by 2 points per turn. I cannot do that. I mean, that's beneficial, but still not sure that that's really a way I want to go either. But for right now, I'm going to. It lowers my defense, but it does raise my attack substantially, and Yuri does mostly physical attacks. She's Leonardo's Bear, Mirror, and Pocket Watch, which is all I can do for her at the moment. She will get my 2nd crucifix when I get it, as she's my healer. Jade Lariat. Yeah, he definitely needs that. He needs Leonardo's Bear. I'm going to remove that and give him a pocket watch. Oh, thank you so much, Nero. How are you doing today, man? Alright, so we got him the pocket watch, we got him all the good stuff. Let's sell some of my old stuff. And, maybe consider outfitting everyone else? Poke the vending machine. And sell some stuff. I've got a lot of stuff to sell. Alright, this is gonna take a minute. Raise by 5%. Shabam, shabam, shabam. The selling is a little bit easier in the first couple stages. I'm still not gonna... Oh, I did not mean to go for the third stage, but it's a cheaper item. As they get harder, they go up in difficulty. Like this one's going to be harder to sell. See how much faster the indicator went on that? We'll do this one twice if I can. Yep. Because failing it brings it back down and negates the first one entirely. But you can make good money doing it too, because by 10% then... Or no, selling's by 5, 10, and 15 or something. It's weird the way it works. Buying is different. And then this entire system changes in the next game. Because continuity. I didn't realize that I had this much stuff to sell. I must not have sold since, like, before Dahoy's Tower. I'm not even worried about raising it more. I've got so much stuff to sell. Yeah, just to kind of push through this section. Oh, I have an Oracle staff for him. It's still kind of crappy, though. Comparatively. I may as well sell it because he's going to need a new staff. The staff that he has just isn't going to do anything. This is a PlayStation 2 game. This entire series is actually PlayStation 2. I just sadly can't get it to go any bigger on the screen without looking wonky. A slingshot worth $2,000. That's a heck of a slingshot, man. Oh, it is one of the really early PlayStation 2 games, if that helps any. Like, this probably came out the same time as Final Fantasy X. Wow, I have not upgraded Zuzen in a long time. Alright, the leather cap, we can sell those because they're absolutely worthless, and the leather belts we can sell because they are also absolutely worthless. That would benefit some of my people, but I would rather have the money. Fair enough. Yeah, it's the first one, which is this one, took a very long time for me to find. I found the second one at a GameStop, didn't even realize it was the second game, and played that first, and it was awesome. Then I ended up hunting for like 5 years to find this one. Yes, I will give him that instead of the thing that I threw on him. Nice. It takes the double-edged sword effect away from the other item that I gave him, while still increasing his attack and actually also his defense and magic. So that's going to be a nice upgrade. Alright, cool. Let's get that equipped, and then we're going to go kill something. I use the Razer Ripsaw. I use it for PlayStation 2, Switch, and PS4. I've heard that the Elgato is supposed to be better. I also heard that Elgato was bought out by Corsair just recently. There we go. If I like how that loin guard works, I'll have Keith buy one as well. Alright, let's go kill something. Something that deserves it, even. Alright. Back up the hill to the monastery. I still have to collect some elemental parts. A few levels would not hurt my feelings, but they're not going to be a focus here. We're going to try and get through this, and we're going to try and get the Demon Amon. Alright, so where did the weird little dude go? There he is. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'll show you the last secret that remains in these ruins. Is there really something here? Keep your eyes open. He dances and the thing opens. It's the best kind of magic ever. You'll soon find out why I reside here. Go ahead. This dungeon is the bane of my existence. This and the sluice gate out of Suikoden 5 are the worst dungeons in history. Alright, let's see if my graveyard has gotten what I need it to have yet. And then we'll go ahead with the violence. Alright. Nope, not yet. I need that grave to get that name on it. I can't tell y'all what the name is yet either, because it's a massive spoiler. But, unless I screw this up, then it's not so much a spoiler. What is this place? It's full of evil spirits. Can you sense the atmosphere of the curse and chaos that remains here? I'm proud of you. Koudelka's power sealed him, but his spirit remains. It makes me shiver to even think of him. It might make you shiver, but I'm about to get the power to fuse with him, and I'm gonna be able to break some stuff in half easy. It'll be lovely. You okay? Yes, thank you. The large pot over there used to create a human who shouldn't have existed. Elaine's body without her soul turned into an inhuman entity Patrick didn't intend for that. And yet it happened anyway. Since ancient times, this place has been called Niam. It's contained a mysterious power. It's interesting, you actually do come here in the second game too, and it's completely different, and it's far worse. It's also completely optional. You actually come here twice in the second game, once as optional, and the optional time is miserable. There are other places like this as well. Let's see. Such as Easter Island, the civilization of Atlantis, and the lost continent of Mu. All of these places were situated upon Earth's nerve points. Ooh, Earth's nerve points. You mean like acupuncture? That's right. The stars have a strange influence on this location. Unusual powers build up here. So this is a special place on the planet. Yeah. It's where a certain something is sealed in its place. Just as I thought, someone opened this door. Oh no, the door's been opened, the world will end! This door was made in ancient times to seal the ruins. You've never seen the seal before, have you? This is an illusion of the seal that is called the Judgment Ring, that we've used in every single fight, on every single turn. Those three eyes drawn are inscribed the motive, action, and outcome. Motive is the conscience of life, action is the possibility of life, and outcome is the destiny of life. Receptacles of our souls. This is a common principle that all humans share. For some reason, the opening to Full Metal Alchemist is running through my head as he's saying this, and I'm waiting for someone to sacrifice their brother and half their body to try and bring the dead back to life. I don't see that happening. You're following your own will to grab your future on your own, and you'll see the outcome of your action on the other side of this door of judgment. Door of judgment? The door is judging me. Don't judge me, door. Near the end of this path shall you find Albert and Kadelka. They will be there without fail. This is the farthest I can go. You must decide on your own if you want to walk through the door or not. Kind Roger. You really think that we've come this far just to turn back? No, no. We're determined to go to the ends of the earth long ago, buddy. You're right. You're right. That's why we're here after all. Right on. Wow, this is so darn exciting. My bored vampire who dresses like Prince is finally excited. Hooray! Oh, this makes me feel so alive. Alright, just let me open the door of judgment for you. More dancing? There we go. I'll wait here. I trust that you'll be back. Or die. Thank you, Roger. Alright, so to get Amon at the end of this, I need to go through and I need to get the Destruction Sphere. To get the Destruction Sphere, I need to open every single treasure chest. If I do that, I can go to a fiery pit, and through the fiery pit, I can get the Destruction Sphere. So that is my main goal. I also would really love some levels here. There's 2 treasure chests there, and... Right, this particular fun little game. As you open treasure chests, other treasure chests close. Wow, this dude does not take a lot of physical, does he? Alright, let's see how you like magic! And he does not like magic. Alright, cool. Good to know. Ooh, he does a lot of damage, though. I don't like him. He needs to die. Alright, well, he's wounded at least. Like, if I take Keith out of the party, it'll be strictly for his Judgment Ring, because it's, the hit areas are so small that it's so easy to miss and just not even get an attack because of it. 3,000 for just him. That's insane. And he was Earth. Okay, cool, cool. Need Earth. This one, that one closes. Okay. I was back attacked by... I'm not even going to guess as to what that thing is. It's clearly dark magic that it used there. Ooh, and it got a critical on me. Shame its critical did, like, nothing. Alright, let's fuse to Baldo and rough it up. Ooh, I missed! Lame. Completely my bad, but still lame. So I'm pretty sure at the moment I'm strong enough to beat Albert Simon. It's the thing that I fight after him. Because Albert Simon's a 2-phase fight. You fight him, and he's about 3,000 HP, and then you fight Amon. And Amon has 4,000 HP. But there's no break between them, so... Amon only does really 2 attacks, but they're actually quite powerful. As they should be. He is a demigod. but I just don't know that I'm strong enough for that fight yet. But going through this and getting up to that point should fix that to a degree. Perfect. That's pretty much what I assumed was going to happen when he did that. Okay, good. Both Keith and Yuri leveled up. Keith should level up a lot, as I'm sure you've noticed he is 8 levels behind the other two. And they gave me... Darn, they are dark. I do not need dark. The chests repel one another. The first chest repels the second repels the third. The third chest repels the first and the second. If you open all 3, the white mist barrier will open, which means I need to stay here. Why are you not doing what I want you to do? You have to open all of these. As well as all the other ones as well. It's not just these 3. Sadly, that would make things way too easy. Let's do it like this. I'm gonna close that one. Open that one. This one affects that one. That one affects that one. So this one should affect this one. So if I close this one, and then open this one, that'll close that one. So when I get to that other one, I can open that one, it'll open this one and dispel that barrier. Hopefully I'm right. We'll find out rather soon. Alright, I don't want to just keep spamming magic at these things either. I do need the levels a little bit here. We've gotten to that point, but... Because, I mean, this dungeon, you're really... The first time I went into this dungeon, I thought it was the final dungeon. It's not, but... There are parts of it that could have been. The boss fight in here is no joke. If you have multiple keys, it's not a bad spot to use one of them. I do currently only have a 5th key, so I'm saving that for the actual final boss, the Metagod. We'll use a ritual. Let's get batty. I will say, like, his magics completely make up for his hit areas being so small. They're just neat little spells. And the fact that he's physically stronger than Zhu Zhen by a lot. And I really don't like having 2 mage-type characters in a party where you can only have 3 characters, because you're really limiting yourself in case of catastrophic damage. Oh good, I can now get water level 2. Wonderful. So someone remind me at the next save to do that. The other thing is, of course, there's a little bit that I'm going to have to do after this dungeon before I proceed. Did I get everything in there? I don't think I did. I think there was still more there. There was this whole up area that I did not even go to. There's those treasure chests. You have to hit the blue to open You have to dispel the barriers to get to those chests, and there's a blue and a white up there. I need to remember that. And you cannot get all of them at the same time. Alright, these dudes were weak to light. To a degree, until I get some levels in here, I might actually end up spamming a little bit more than I really want to. Only because it's going to be faster kills, it'll make for faster fights and faster leveling. And frankly, I have the tents and the mana items and whatnot to deal with it, so that might be how we roll with this. Good, Alice is close to another level. Keith got a level, he's at least in the 30s now, that helps. Alright, so let's go back out this way. And we'll come up this direction. The nice thing is in the next game, you don't need to worry about that soul meter. It's still there, but it's not deadly like it is here. I got a... You receive Mosser prototype. I think that's a gun. But I'm not 100% on that. Sadly, I can't look because I think it's actually Marguerite's gun. It's just not going to show me. Yep, not seeing it there. I'm pretty positive that's one of Marguerite's guns. I really should be getting to a save here and removing some of his malice as he's almost at solid green. Granted, I do have the Oath Grail. I can... yeah, ring status effects don't work on me anymore. I have the Oath Grail, I can take out the masks if I get them in the right order, and if I don't, I can run. So... maybe we'll look into that. Though I'd kinda rather do that after I've beaten this particular dungeon. It's also a prerequisite for the good ending. And magic. Ooh, got it perfect. Excellent. Good. Alice got a level out of that. Got some nice money out of that. Oh, and that was light element and water element, both of which I need. Like, after I'm done this dungeon, this is probably where I will come to level and whatnot. I really do want to get that under control there, though. Plus, I should get my next fusion. That seems like a grand idea. Yes, and Roger will heal you. Which is an awfully kind thing for him to do. Alright, so we're gonna save. Then we're going to Graveyard. Let's get the water fusion, then I'll check the other gravestone. At least now they're all at level 2 height. That one was bugging me. Oh. Alright, so this is water. He is obviously weak to fire, but I do not have fire on my list. What I do have is not fire. I'm actually going to use Mad Bull, though, for two reasons. One, I don't need Yuri going berserk here. And two, the water one has a heal. And this way we both have a heal if needed. I mean, yeah, I can use items, but what's the fun in that? Icy breath. Ooh. And this is the last level 2 to unlock. So now we're just going to be working on level 3s as we go through and kind of complete this game. Normally I would just be fighting in the final dungeon. Physical evasion's up? Alright, fine, we'll use magic. Normally I would just be fighting in the final dungeon to level up for the final dungeon, and that might still happen. But you have to kill the masks before you can do that. There's an event that happens before you go into the final dungeon. And if you don't do that event, you get the bad ending. If you don't do stuff before that event, you get the bad ending. It's a really touching, loving event. Oh no! He's breathing on me again! You need a tic-tac. You're not doing enough damage to threaten me. Just saying. Oh right, and I need to purify my stoof here too. My malice. Like, honestly, if I wasn't using Earth, I would be using Water. Water has a stronger magic attack than Earth does. Earth has a stronger physical attack than Water does. Alright, dude, you're just gonna get rock stormed because I don't need you constantly dodging me. They both have heals. They both are perfectly viable. It's basically, what do you want to use Yuri as? Do you want to use him as a melee fighter, or do you want to use him as a caster? And there's not a wrong answer. His stats work so well for both because he takes on the stats of whatever he fuses with. I mean, obviously, proportion to his level, but if I don't kill it this turn, it could do some major damage. But I still don't think it could kill me next turn. I just don't want it to heal itself. There we go. That's what I was hoping was going to happen. Sweet! Mandragon has been upgraded. A feeling of resignation overcomes you. You receive the soul of Dragonar. And I'm not sure if I need to have all of these at level 3 before then either. I actually might. Its name carved onto it, its faint name. Item. Alright, let's go up. I do actually want to see one thing with that soul that I just got. Only because one thing that could give him a true advantage over, oh, that's only showing me the ones that I have equipped. That's dumb. The thing that could give him a major advantage over Baldo to me is, nope, it's only a single target. So it's literally you're choosing magic over physical, or physical over magic. If it had been a group heal, that would have been very different. A group heal would have made it so that I would definitely do that, because only having Baldo as my group heal is okay, but there are better choices. Just like this darkness level 3, once I get level 3 on other things, I will probably not be using him. You can only have 3 equipped. I'm going to be using probably level 3 light for the healing abilities. Probably level 3 earth for its not only heal but also shield, and its magic attack's pretty decent as well. And then the one that I'll probably use 93% of the time once I get it is Amon. Well, that thing went down easy. Smooth and easy. Yay, I got a Thera-Leaf, the most useless item on Earth right now. I only use it for out-of-battle healing. In battle, it does nothing. Alright, so we've managed to quell the Malice, we've managed to get the next level of my water summon. We are now going to save Ram-a-lam-a-ding-dong. Alright, let us press onwards. So once I can manage to spell blue, I need to go back down that way to get the blue chest. And the blue thing is also down there. I also need to manage to get the white chest, which is down there as well. Neither of which are giant priorities just yet. We will get them. They will become legion. It shall be wonderful. Back attack! No! Stop shooting me. It's not very nice. Now, he is actually an earth type. As I recall, he was an earth. I'm turning into earth, I'm just not going to use magic against him. I just want to beat the crap out of him. A little faster. The problem is Yuri and Keith are both in the back row, so their damage is lowered. Physical attack power 30% up. I'm against that. Fear the wrath of my light magic. Lots of doom. Alright, I guess I am going to use the magic. It's not going to be great against him, but it's still going to be stronger than my back row physical. Boom! He did not appreciate that. You know what? Drain Touch might just be enough damage at this point. He's already a little wobbly. I don't actually need the health. Yeah, that was still 159 points of damage. That was plenty. Grand. And he's worth 2 points on his own, which is lovely. But not overly high. Now, if I did this correctly, that should open you. Perfect. And those 3 chests have now vanished. So we need to open every single chest that's in here, which means at some point we actually have to get, well, there's like a purple we have to do or something. You do a lot with secondary colors here, it's weird. Shall be wonderful. Did I just get an email? Don't tell me to try again. Bad phone. Open. Oh, for fuck's sake. Seriously? My phone no longer recognizes my finger, even though I just opened it like 3 minutes ago. Alright, so we're fighting those things. That. Yeah, your fast ring does not work on me. There's a reason for that. hate fast train. It is beyond annoying. We're gonna use the bats off of Keith and hope for some good stuff. I've seen a lot of people saying that Zuzen is superior. And I really want to find out why. So we may end up throwing him in at some point. But I don't know, because like his defense is just so much lower. His maximum HP is so much lower. And he has no physical, which means he's bound by spells. At the same time, I'm using a lot of spells even on Keith. I know I get a at least a new armor for Zuzen in here, so at that point I might go through and do some stuff. I don't know, we'll see. I know he does get some crazy strong magic. He absolutely does. But at the same time, those same people were saying that Zuzen's better in a boss fight scenario, as opposed to Keith, who's better in a... There we go. Yeah, so you have to manipulate that fire. To get the white chest, you have to have all of those stones active. But you have to deactivate them and reactivate them and all sorts of things. And, you know, I'm looking at it going, you know, he's better in the, I'm gonna use something big, because I can. He's better in the standard fights, though, and the standard fights is really where I need him. I've already got my plan for the final boss, and everyone else along the way I am not really overly concerned with. To be sure, there are some difficult bosses coming up. Amon is tough. Oh, cool, he got a new ability too. Nice. Amon is tough. He really is. And there's others that are difficult along the way, but let's see what this box is. This box is a Mind's Eye. What a Mind's Eye does, and it's something I will never, ever, 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 ever equip. Silver Wolffang. Ooh. What's Silver Wolffang do? I'm not familiar with that one. I'm naturally assuming that it's something in here. I could be completely wrong, though. Not seeing it. I don't see it there. Huh. Equipment? Not seeing it here either. Oh! It's a weapon for Yuri. Yay! I love when Yuri gets new skills and toys. It just makes me happy. Kinda wish I hadn't spent the money on his blast weapon, but whatever. Ooh, he just killed that thing in one round, too. Nice. Stop poking me with your stick. And in about 10 levels, Alice gets her big bad Bazinga magic. I'm actually really debating switching Keith for Zuzen now. I actually might do that given we're so close to the entrance here. Because Zuzen does have a heal as well, if I need it. Keith has a heal, but he can only heal himself. I do have to deal with Yuri's pendant here in a minute as well. So let's go out and have Bacon heal us. Things that should never be said aloud. Heal me with the power of Bacon. Alright, so we're going to save. And yeah, I've got enough cash that I could easily get Zuzen equipped for combat. He's been kind of neglected for a while now, but thinking about it, his magic might even be more useful at the moment than other people's. And his physical does suck, but that's okay. Wah, you wish to quell the malice? Yes, yes I do. It's so loud. Like, honestly, Dark 3 is not even that good. It's really not. It has some very, very limited uses, but at the moment it's also the strongest that I have. Earth 3 I consider to be stronger than it. Amon is much stronger than it. Oh, Yuri's finally over 500 HP. Nice! Zuzen's level might be slightly higher than Keith's, but I'm not positive. It might be on the same exact level, or it could be slower. I really don't know. It's been so long since I've actively used him. So we are going to go through and leave. Alright, let's get out of this monastery as soon as I can figure out how to do that. There we go. I think they're at the House of Bacon. Let me have the question mark. Ooh, Talisman of Power. Nice. You're gonna take me back. Yep, you did. Jerk. That's not where I wanna be. That's how we do it. Okie doke. They might be at Bacon's house or they might be in London. It'd be kind of silly for them to be all the way back in London, but whatever. Oh, and this item called the Oath Grail. Where is my Oath Grail? Oath Grail. Grail weakens gold. Gold staff, staff, sword. And sword, drink. My oath is the Oath Grail. So that is the order that you have to do it. Grail, gold, staff, sword. And then they're actually beatable. And once you've beaten them the first time, they're substantially easier. The next times, after you've beaten them the first time, they're like single hits the rest of the time. So either way, I'm not seeing them here, which I kind of wish that I was. But I still can get Zuzen's items here. There's a strange machine. Better poke it. So I probably have to get them out of London. Yes, I need that. Sure, we'll try for a bigger discount. That I did not flub. Shoot. Ooh, I actually got it. I am surprised. I also better get him a pocket watch. Nah, that's good stuff. I'm gonna get him a pocket watch, and I'll look at some of these other things too. Raises attack power by giving irresistible charm, which works well for Marguerite. Loin guard, bone bracelets, renders paralysis ineffectual. Spikes, pocket watch. So we're gonna go with the pocket watch there and discount. And no, that's enough. Thanks. Third contest. How am I doing on my Thera roots? I've got 24 of those. Mana roots I have 19. Pure roots I only have 2. I really should get more of those. Given the rate at which I need them on Alice. Cures all status, hit area doubled. Alright, cool. Now we just need to go and actually grab Zuzen, which should be fairly simple to do. I think I can just get him out of London. I wish that I could just change them on the map. That would be easier, but I can't. Which is a shame. Let me out. Darn alien ship. I mean, The interesting thing is in the third game, where you meet Roger Bacon is actually in Area 51. Which I find amusing. Alright, so let's get Bacon. Or not Bacon, Zuzen. We'll switch Zuzen for Keith, and throw him in the back row. Come on, let me down. There we go. Now you can actually get a third crucifix by doing the fight ring over here, which I did not mean to do. So we might look at that in a minute. You have to do it as Alice to get the crucifix. But having a third crucifix is invaluable. No, they're not here either. Where the hell do I change my party members at? That's annoying. I know that I can. Somewhere. Huh, maybe it's that weird machine in Bacon's house. I thought it seemed weird that they would still be in London. I mean, that doesn't make any sense because the rest of the party's in Wales. Which, alright, I get it, they're kinda close, but still quite a ways away as well. I might just not be able to right now, too. I really thought that I could, but... Yep, doesn't seem I can do anything with that. Nope. I don't think I can change my party. That sucks. I guess I'll get over it mighty quick, but... just would have been nice. Especially after I bought that stuff for Zuzen. It's not like he won't be able to use it, but still. Alright, let's get through this dungeon. I'm looking to see if I see any of them kind of chilling out nearby, and I don't. Nope, none of them are here either. Nerp. Let's just double check that I can't do anything here with it. Nope. And nope. Okay. Yep, we're stuck with what we got. Nothing else I can see for it. So, that's fine. This is normally the party I use anyway, so the world will not end. Alright, so we have blue lit up. We need to go ahead and get other things lit up. I might actually let the malice fill, and if I happen to screw up, oh well. But I might let the malice fill and start taking out masks. Though, I actually think that I have to do that after this dungeon. Which, that one's really fast and easy to do. That one you can do while you're still grinding out elements. I don't need Dark Element, which sadly these things are, but I do need everything else. Good, at the next fight, Keith and Alice should both level. That'll be lovely. And then now we need to go straight ahead here. We need to come down these steps. And there's red right there. So we can make purple. Fusion Ha! So before we get to the end of this game, and start into the next game, I should probably point out this is not a happy series. If you hadn't picked that up by now, this isn't the, oh, you play it and feel good at the end. No. The third one may actually be the worst one of the trio as far as non-happy is concerned. They're funny as you go through them. They're funny. They're great emotional journeys. Cool, that made purple, and the purple chest is right next to me. Loving that. I got Holy Book, Martyrs. I have a feeling that my dear Alice just got a new weapon. Yay! I'm going to leave red on for now because I want to get white activated. There's other things as well. This is the pit that does give me the Destruction Stone. Let the soul of destruction be sealed to this land. Let the power of destruction be released as all seals are broken. Does my seal need a therapist? Is my seal not feeling well? Poor seal. I feel so bad for it. So the flame is currently purple. As you can imagine, I'm going to need the green one up there to render it to be white. And there's that white one back at the very beginning, if you recall. As far as I recall, pretty much everyone gets something out of this dungeon. Like, Alice and Yuri both got weapons so far. I know Zuzen gets a bit of armor. I'm pretty sure that I got a gun already for Marguerite. I'm assuming that Keith is going to get a sword or a bit of armor that's unique to him. How dare you attack me? Oh, you're using Nova, you penguin. Alright, so I got this new shiny move that causes a huge earthquake. Now, it is going to be overkill for this fight. But it's new and shiny and I want to see it. But like, that's what they were saying about Keith's mana. He doesn't have enough mana to really keep up the dooming. And honestly, Zuzen's magics are substantially stronger. But I think we all kind of assumed that, because Zuzen's a mage. Keith is not. He's a vampire. Alright, so there's a yellow one there. So we'll need to note that as well. So then this is green. Now we have white. So now we're going to go back to the beginning and get the white chest. We'll also turn off the blue while we're there and see what it gives us. Because there's yellow, so I know I need to get yellow somehow out of blue, red, and green. And I'm thinking if I remove the blue, it might give me yellow? And some of these fights I am doing not necessarily in the smartest way, but in the fastest, because it does provide, frankly, the same buffs at the end. It's just using a bit more mana than I normally would. But I want the levels out of this, and I don't want to be in this particular dungeon all day. I really do want us to try and get through this, and I sincerely believe that we can. I can tell you now, this is not the dungeon that I'm going to choose to grind elements out of. I'm actually still thinking Blue Castle is the best place. Because I have to do it outside of the final dungeon. So that pit is very important. Not that way, this way. There is nothing further down that way that I need. And I need to remember that. On the way back through, we'll heal and call out the rest of the malice to get that number to be lower. Ah, one of you dudes. You were an Earth. I'll let someone else deal with you. Like, that's the other thing, like, Haley. Haley's great physically and actually is decent magic too, but also doesn't have the MP to keep the magic up and keep it going. As opposed to Zuzen, who truly does. If you have him equipped right, he can have crazy amounts. Same with Alice. You see Alice's total is... She has more mana than anyone in my party does health. Which is kind of wrong if you think about it. I'm going to use Bloodsucker because I think he needs a bit more damage than just Drain Touch. Oh good, he died. I mean, tragic. Oh good, and Yuri's almost leveled. 16 more points for Earth. Here is the white chest. Coat of the Sage, which I'm pretty sure only Zuzen can equip. Yeah, good. More Earth. Just to do a little bit of extra damage to him right out the bat. Yes, yes, I know. You with your upside-down self. You know, you'd probably fight better if you were standing right side up. I'm just saying. Now, of course, Alice is going to eventually get Advent, which is going to take up a lot of her mana. I believe it's like 120 points per cast of it or something. It's crazy. Hey, how are you doing today, Blood11Z? Thank you for tuning into the stream. Alright, Yuri got to 39. Woot woot. It's the most excited I can get, what can I say? Alright, let's go clear out some of his soul energy, save, heal. Turn off blue first. If blue doesn't do it when I turn it off, I'll actually end up turning it right back on. And I might have to turn off red. You know what, I've got a lot of mana, I'm about to heal anyway. Let's just end this particular fight rapidly. And Revelation. So if we finish this game with enough time to spare today, I will actually start the next one and get through Appointed Tower and Dom Remy and get Karen to the point that she can continue fighting it actually as a weapon and whatnot. But we're going to have to see where time takes us on that. Alright, we're over halfway with light. Water still needs quite a bit. And I am not getting any air in here at all. So that's worth noting. Pretty sure I can get air element in Blue Castle. That did exactly what I was hoping it would do. Wonderful. That might be the last of the seals. That's seal number 4. And if it is, we can get the Destruction Stone, and we can... Oop, wrong way. We can get the Destruction Stone and we can get them on. And I am all about getting me a demigod. That would be swell, considering I screwed up Sephiric Radiance. Heal me, old man! I love when they listen. Oh wow, he's actually almost to yellow. I don't think I'm supposed to fight the masks before ending this dungeon. So I really don't want to do that out of order and accidentally screw up the thing. I already have the Oath Grail, so I theoretically could, and if it's something that's really sensitive about time, like a lot of this game is, that could be bad. You wish to quiet the malice? Yes, yes I do. Oh, it's a pony that's standing on its nose. I need enough earth elementals so I can stop using this form. His fusions in 2 look so much better. I don't think that thing has a mouth. How is it using icy breath? You would think you would need a mouth for that spell. And it missed! Oh, that's gotta sting. There we go. Didn't even use mana and took no damage. I likes it. That's the way, I likes it. And I want to say Amon, when I fight him, actually gives me every element. Some of every element, at least. It might only be like 1 or 2 points, but... because he's actually without element. There is no strength or weakness against him. He's just... he is Amon. He breaks things. Alright, so we'll go get that yellow treasure chest, and then I will circle back to the Pit of Fire. Because if the yellow is the last one, then I should be able to get the Destruction Stone. If it's not the last one, I won't be able to get it yet, and I'll need to continue onward. I actually do think there's one more. 4 seems like an odd number, you would think 5. But it doesn't actually tell me how many seals, so... Down you go. In all fairness, I really should be magicking him. He's strong versus physical, but he's actually quite weak versus spells. That or I should have brought Haley. Haley actually would wreck stuff in here. I think when they made this game, I think they really expected people to kind of flock to Haley. And Haley's strong and all. He's got a lot of power. His physical is pretty decent. I don't use him much because his casting is almost all single target. I think he does get a multi-target towards the end. But it's all single target and it does a lot of damage, but it's very expensive to use. Alright, 12 more needed for that, so 6 more of those dudes. And I will have Earth. And be able to do that level 3 fight. My fire is yellow. We're just going to take these guys out quickly and move on to the next. You know, I always found Yuri to be interesting. He was one of the first characters I've seen as a main protagonist use a fist weapon. And I can name other characters that do from games, but never the protagonist. Like in Final Fantasy VI, Sabin does. In Final Fantasy 2, you can actually go barehanded. Same, I think, with 3. You can have a monk class and go barehanded. But it's never the protagonist, and you can argue with me on 3, but 3 didn't have originally a defined protagonist, and therefore I win. Haha, you're wrong. I received Seal of Vitality. Alright, let's go back to the pit and see if I can get the stone yet. I probably can't. There probably is one more that's going to make me run the span of this entire dungeon again. But just in case. Yeah, sorry kids, we're not playing with you anymore. I'm here to kick fish and play card games, and I'm all out of fish. Yuri Smash. We're actually doing this in pretty decent time today, too. Bye-bye! No levels. The next fight, Keith should level once, though. He's still 6 levels behind them. Alright, we're getting there on those 2 elements. Air is the one that apparently I'm going to have lacking. Oh, that does appear to have been it. Lovely. Shiny stone is now mine. Now, all I need to do with that is beat Albert Simon and beat Amon, and I will take possession of Amon. Good, so I've solved this in the correct path. Lovely. Like I said, the first time I didn't, because I didn't even know there was a thing. I went through and I had assumed Amon was a side quest. So I went and was, you know, playing through and went to do side quests and whatnot, and realized the first time that I screwed up everything. I didn't get a Moan the first time. I was unable to get the Sephiric Radiance the first time because that stupid erotic magazine that you can only get out of Dahoy's Tower, and you can never go back to Dahoy's Tower once you've beaten him. Which makes sense. You did kind of level Shanghai, but still, agitation. And yes, I'm literally using that because it's a one-hit, one-kill, and I'm a big fan of that at the moment. Oh good, Yuri's close to a level again. He might actually hit 40 before we go up against them, and I would be heavily in favor of that. This place would be good to use to grind a little bit, frankly, and if I'm near a save, I might. Just for a little bit. But I want to be near a save so I can use tents and whatnot. Right there's my tents. Okay, cool. So, first out we are going to save, and let's go ahead and clear out his Malice. So, Graveyard. I haven't actually solved this dungeon yet. Pointing that out. That was just to open the treasure chest. I solved it to get the sphere. I didn't solve it to actually solve it yet. I don't think. I might have by accident. Wah, you wish to quell the malice? Yes, bring it on. Come, Masky. I should have transformed and just beat the crap out of it. Oh well. Like I said, I might grind just a wee bit where I am to prepare for this fight coming up, because it's a doozy of a fight. It is. It's probably on the same level as the Dahoy fight, which is odd for this game. I got a Thera How useless. Alright, cool. There's that. Let's see if my gravestone reads a certain name yet. There's a name carved on it. We don't know what it is, but there's a name carved. Whatevs. Alright. Okay, so I should probably read what that one says, but first let's go ahead and use a tent. I don't truly need it, but why not? I've got 18 more of them, we'll be fine. I'm gonna grind here just a little bit, not much at all, really. But enough to know that I'm doing it. Oh, that doesn't actually say anything. Cool. I'm not going through this door, but I am getting these. Seal of Strength. And Punk Jacket. Oh yeah! Oh, it's not for Yuri. Lame. It's gotta be for Haley then. Right, because I didn't get anything in here for Haley yet. Everyone else has gotten something. Keith didn't get anything. Did he? Oh, he got the Mantle of Nobility out of here. Okay. So yeah, everyone's gotten something, either a weapon or a piece of armor out of here that is unique and specific to them. Ooh. You don't help me at all. I really wanted any fight in here besides you. I would actually kind of like to have level 3 Earth going into this next fight because of its healing properties, its defensive properties, and its just stat increases. That would be swell. Alice has the multi-heal now, so I don't really need him to be in Baldo form. And the physical is going to be far more useful than Nova. Albert I don't think has an element. Amon I know does not have an element. Oh, the next fight I do, I need to use that Seal of Strength on Yuri as well. Well, alright, the next fight that's not these dudes. Fusion! Ha! Kamehameha! Really looking forward to that Jump Force game coming out too. I didn't even see a release date for that. I don't think there is one yet. They haven't even announced really any of the roster with the exception of Naruto, Luffy, Goku, Frieza, and now Ichigo. I'll do a couple more fights, see if I can get Keith up a little bit higher. But then I say we go for it. I said we were going to do just a couple more randoms. Then we're going to go for it and beat the crap out of an old Englishman. And by old, I mean like 700 years. Come on out and fight me already. You know you want to. Only 2 of you? Oh, no. There were 3. Alright, I'm going to have him use that Seal of Strength. As soon as I can find it. Where'd it go? Ah, and he's got a Vitality, too. Let's see what that does. Strength plus 2. Nice. Your ring ailments won't work on me. I have the eye of the tiger. And the soul of the giraffe. I don't know why. Yes, fear my magic shabipping. Of course you're using Nova. Paralysis doesn't work on Yuri. Nothing works on Yuri. I promise. I've designed Yuri so nothing will work on him. Ha ha ha! Oh, those 2 are actually still alive. Well, whatever. And completely missed. Ouch. Hopefully I can try that again. Probably in the next fight, because I'm pretty sure these 2 are going to take the enemies down, but... you just get higher point values for them. Oh, that wasn't very kind. Oh. There we go. Fit plus 2. Keith kill. There we go. Don't anger the vampire. Alright, 2 more fights and Alice should also hit 40. Keith should hit 35. And at that point we'll probably progress. I could make a real argument to stay here, but I also look at it this way. We're still going to need to grind a little bit after this to get my malice filled and to get the elements. So, you know, I can either do that now or we can wait and do that after I've beaten Albert Simon and can actually be taking out the masks. Oh, this will be good for my Earth. Wonderful. I do kind of want to take these guys out pretty quick though. So this will be 4 points towards my Earth. And I only need 12, so that brings me down to needing 8. It's also the first fight I've actually had 2 of these dudes in. So this should be really worth it, experience-wise. I knew that wasn't going to be enough to kill them. Yes, yes. Don't shoot my healer. She didn't shoot you. I'll actually have her... I'm just gonna let her cure everyone. Though she's the only one who needs it. It's still... nice big shiny cure. Yay, healing power! So Yuri's actually gone up almost 6 levels in here. I'm just pointing that out. That's fairly impressive. And Alice is right behind him. Keith, I think, started at 29, is about to hit 35, so he's right there as well. There we go. I'm like, what? They didn't die from that? There's Alice's. That was 6,000, so he needs just a dab more. Perfect, and I need 8 more Earth Energy, just like I thought. Wonderful. Let's get Keith that other level, because he's just on the cusp of it. And we'll see what the fight is. If it's going to push me so close to the Earth, I might do it. No, it's not. Okay. Then we're just going to fuse and... we'll fuse, kill these dudes, go to the graveyard, clear out the Malice, save, and end this particular dungeon. There we are. Alright, those guys are down. Keith hit 35. I didn't think he was going to get a skill or anything. Great, so light is now within 13. Water is a bit closer. The other thing is, you know, I'm pretty sure Amon gives me something across the board for all of them. So I don't really see the need to grind out Earth at the moment if he's going to give me those points. And I could be completely mistaken. He might not give me a thing. But I think that he does. I'm going to save because I am knowingly going into a fight here. I'll end up saving again afterwards, but we're ignoring that. We all know we're ignoring that. And graveyard. Or there might be something more I need to do to open this door, but I don't think so. I think I got it. I'm pretty sure you can literally run through this dungeon if you want to. You wish to quell the Malice? Oh yes. Oh yes, I want it nice and quelled. Alright, and we're just gonna fuse for the appearance, basically. He gets some really cool looking fusions in the next one. The other thing is you're not limited to only 3 equipped at a shot. You can use any of them that you have, which is really cool. So I'm hoping to get to the point today that we can start the next one, but we're going to have to see how late it is by the time we get through this one. Though I don't really foresee it being a problem. I mean, it's only 11:30 in the morning here, my time. And I actually expected this dungeon to take a while longer. Clearly I miscalculated that. So as long as I prepare correctly, we should be fine. One of the enemies in the final dungeon gives me a crucifix, so I'll have 2. I'm not going to have 3. It's faint, but there seems to be a name carved on it. Okay, I can't do anything with that yet. So let's leave here. We're going to use a tent, we're going to save, and we're going to go do plot point. And then there's some side management things that we need to do before we can even think of entering the final dungeon. I got another Seal of Force. I'm just using it. Screw it, I'm lazy. Cool, there's that. Yeah, the other advantage that Keith has is I will never need to worry about Keith's SP. It's at 40. Alice's is at 11. Haley's was pretty low too. Alice's is still lower, but... And that might be another advantage that Suzanne has. I can't remember what his is, but... Now, in all fairness, Keith's should be a little higher. He's not human. Alice is. Move ahead. Alright, let's do this. Now, these two fights are going to be a little tricky. Yeah, this is also the Stairmaster 5000. This is quite a place. Hard to believe the basement contains all this. It's enough to make the hairs on the back of my neck stand up straight. Spirits in this place are very different than any other place. They don't feel any happiness or pain, they're just nothingness that floats around. Maybe those graves aren't for humans. I have been expecting you. Bacon! Albert, old buddy, where are you hiding these days? I'm right above you. Please, come on up. You just sit tight, we'll be there before you know it. Alright, so I want to check a couple things on my items. I do only have one 5th key, I have no 3rd keys and no 7th keys. Alright, so I'm not using that here then. If you can get 3rd keys and 7th keys and whatnot, they're great for hard bosses like this. Hey Kadelka, how's it shaking? Roger Bacon was certain that the door of judgment would open. Huh, so this is all part of your plan too, eh? You're not planning on running this time, then. This is the big finale for me, you see, which means you'll finally be able to achieve closure as well. Not quite. Albert, what are you planning? Is it the same as the Demon's Gate invocation? Alice, I broke the seal inside the Vatican and stole 3 secret books. First is the Pulse Tract. With it, one can command the earth veins in order to wake an ancient god. Dehoy went with this. He woke the spheric radiance, but somehow it remained sealed within that boy. Next is the Emigre document. It creates life from nothing and can be used to summon a god of death. Both Patrick and Jack failed. They only succeeded in making a soulless puppet. And finally, the Codex of L'Oreal. It tells how to summon the other god, which I am now attempting. An omnipotent god from the far reaches of space shall descend upon Earth to cleanse us. Hey now, you quack magician, I can't let you do that! You can't hurt others just so you can play this game of misplaced vengeance. Yuri, you still haven't figured it out. That in order to begin anew, we must first wipe the slate clean. Shut up. Who do you think you are, some god? Don't flatter yourself. You're no different than me, an ordinary, pathetic human. You've got plenty of excuses, but I think you're just after revenge for what happened in the past. My father worked hard to protect this world. I'm not letting a deluded scheme take it all away. Fool. What value is there in a rotten world such as this? Do you really believe that your power alone is enough to right all the injustices of this world? I can see, not perfectly, but I can see the future in store for this world. A few foolish elites will soon bring about a tragedy which will elicit great misery on us all. None will escape, and the earth will overflow with the screaming of the dead who know not yet their fate. An iron behemoth shall rise. In a flash, countless lives will be snuffed out. A hopeless future. He is... If you have to take a legitimate and educated guess, keeping in mind this game is in the year 1913, there's a very legitimate chance that he's talking about the World Wars. And especially World War II and the dropping of the atomic bomb. We mustn't bring this future upon the world, but this terrible vision is drawing nearer as we speak. So before that hell is upon us, we must begin again, and that too is precisely what I intend to do. Yuri, yeah, you're a lunatic. Sages of every age were called that. Let history decide whether my actions were for good or bad. For now, we must simply forge ahead. Kudelka, Witch of the Dark Flames, come with me, and let us raise the throne to the other gods, the legacy of the ancient gods. Niemento. Nimito is the final dungeon. What? But why? The power flow is stopped. The float cannot be raised. Kudelka, is it you? Stop now. You can't defeat me with your power. You're going to disappear into the darkness with me, to a world of nothingness. No, it cannot be. Are you saying that you intend to kill us both? You wouldn't understand. I'd give my life to save that child's future without a second thought. What? Now. No, you cannot! Kudelka! No. The soul contract. Exactly. With Amon, Master of Destruction. I wanted to save this power for last, but I have no choice. Yarr! Fly upwards. Upwards, Nimito. Albert. Yuri, come for me. You think you're the only one with fusion powers? Well, he's the only true Harmonixer, with the exception of his cousin, Kurando, but we don't know about him yet. You never heard that name. Alright, this version of him has about 3,000 health. I don't need Yuri to be able to heal here. Raises all allies' special attack for 5 turns. That I can use. And Alice is now going to be Super Alice. Oh, so he can do that. Damn. That's a very strong holy ability that is going to be very powerful against Yuri at the moment. And it lowers SP. I don't really need her to heal yet. What I do need her to do is give Yuri back some SP. She's gonna need some herself, but I'm more concerned about him currently. Ritual, I'm gonna just use Bloodsucker and get Keith back some health. Kind of the old-fashioned way. Plus, special attack is up at the moment. I believe this counts as a special attack, but I'm not 100% on that. It might still register as physical. Great, there's that. Yuri can now... I may as well use Revelation. Clearly he knows some light magic, so he might be weak to the dark. I have the power, I may as well use it. Yuri can't actually heal in this form, so... may as well take advantage of the power I've given myself. Black Surge. And that did. Special attack power up 30%. Alice is now going to use a Pure Root on herself. And I realize I should have her using Blessed Light right now. I really should. But we're also going to do this in the most intelligent way that we possibly can. And remember, he has 2 forms and I do not heal between them. I might get my SP back, I'm pretty sure I do. But other than that, there is nothing between his forms. Rituals. Which means any mana that I use in this fight is mana I do not have in the next fight. Alright, so I've taken probably about 1,000 of his health away. I really don't need to heal yet. The damage that Keith took, he'll get back on his own. I don't need to interfere with that. It appears that Keith is going to be stronger in this fight as physical damage. Wow, she just, yeah, go her. I'm actually going to let Yuri do some physical here as well. Because I want to see... Oh my, yeah, Yuri's going to continue being physical for this fight. Grand. So I'd say we're at about 1,500 so far. I'm going to go another turn without healing. I probably should heal next turn, but while I still have that special attack bonus, I'd really like to take advantage of that on Alice. Next turn I probably will need to heal though. I don't know though, he's not done a tremendous amount of damage yet. Okay, and he's in his weakened... Oh. Okay, well we got to Amon. So there's that. Meet Amon. And Demon Rays. He only has about 2 attacks. One's physical, and then there's that one that was enough to just drop Alice. Basically, if Alice is not at full health, she will die. That'll get her back some SP, but she doesn't really need it at the moment, so we're just gonna res her like that. I never like having Yuri be the one to res, but I did not have a choice there. So we're now on to actual her arcing. Amon has no element, so it's basically just beat the living tar out of him and keep healing. He's about 4,000 HP. And that's how we're going to have to do this. Now, some of Keith's moves don't actually have element either. So he did about 200 damage there. So if I can do close to 1,000 per turn, we can end this pretty quick. I don't think I'm going to be able to, though. I think it's going to be closer to 1,000 for a couple of turns. 355, ouch. I mean, Alice is pretty predominantly my healer at this moment. Though, I'm going to take a chance. Because on Keith's turn, he can use Bloodsucker and get some health back that way. So I would like to try and pummel some damage out here. I just wasn't sure how fast, shoot, that could be bad, and it looks like he's targeting Keith with it. If I hadn't missed that, I would have been fine. The problem being, of course, I did. So he's gonna die. I'm gonna let Alice bring him back. She is the healer, that's kinda her job. Damn. I am missing all kinds of things here. Do Talisman of Mercy. They're the ones I can buy at the moment anyway. And then on Keith's action, I will have him use Bloodsucker. Hopefully successfully this time. I gotta stop trying for those red areas. I miss too much when I try for them. Okay, and that did only bring back 100 points. Okay, so that was doing that much damage under a power increase. Still does quite a bit of damage outside of that power increase. But Alice would probably be able to just use a straight up heal this round without having to go to the lengths of using Arc. Keeping in mind, Cure is 6 MP, Arc is 80. When I can not use 80, that's swell. Alright, and before it becomes a problem, I know it's not one yet, but before it has the chance to get close, I'm just gonna get Alice's points back.
Go.
Keith's even down a good bit. The nice thing is I don't think he can raise his special attack here. And he can't use Amon's final ability. Luckily, so far, Amon is only doing single target stuff. I do believe he has a multi-target. Well, she at least got back most of her health. Should be okay. Just gotta keep hitting him. We've actually done quite a bit of damage to him already. I don't see this becoming a problem. Oh, there's his other attack. His actual physical. I might just have her use Arc this round to heal both of them back to full. And probably have Keith give Yuri a Pure Seed. Do it this way. There's that. Now, if I had either Light 3 or Earth 3, I could have put either Physical Shield or Magical Shield on the entire party in one fell swoop, which would certainly have some advantages. You know what, Yuri doesn't really need that yet. We're going to keep pummeling as much as we can. He's certainly not as strong as Yuri is, but he still has quite a bit of power. We're doing quite a lot of damage to him. We will have this fight done in the next couple of turns. And then we will be able to fuse with that. Yuri will become Amon. It's going to be awesome. And Amon is really expensive SP-wise. Ooh, that was a nice stint. He seems to have a good stagger going, doesn't he? Okay. Now now he's hit both of them with that, which I'm pretty against. I might have Alice just use Arc again. Just get them both back to full, not risk it. Because he might be staggering, but that doesn't mean he's out. At the amount of health he has, stagger is not a, hey, you're gonna win in the next poke. You might, but might not. Of course, it also doesn't mean stop poking. Because that's healthy stagger I see there. That's why I'm not healing Yuri's SP at the moment. I don't think that he's going to get to the point that it's going to be a thing. Oh! Here's a third move that he has not used yet on me. Kinda glad I was healed to full on that one. That was actually not nearly as bad as I had anticipated it would be. Cool move, though. Looked really sweet. There we are. We have beaten Albert Simon and Amon. We have not beaten the game. There is still the final dungeon to do, but this was the penultimate dungeon and the penultimate big boss. We kicked some fish there. Alice has learned Resurrection. Those two are at 41, 7 more levels and she gets Advent. Keith is at 36 and I got some Angel Earrings. I need to see what those do, but I'm pretty sure there's something I need. I was right, he gave a little bit to everything, not very much, but still some. I only need 3 more points for Earth now and 8 for Light. Both of which I can easily get here. I can get some water here, though I can get water better other places. Fire and Wind I still need a lot of. That actually might be stuff to grab at the orphanage. I might need to look there and see. No, the soul contract, I cannot lose. It's over. It's all over now. You are overconfident. It is I who will end it, haven't you noticed? All the power generated by our battle has been transferred to the float. What? Jinkies. Soon the float will appear. You cannot stop it now. I have won. I have won. Wait.
Achieve it. Behold! Worms who convicted me in Nuremberg 400 years ago. Behold the fruits of your folly. This light, this storm, now is the end of the world! Oh, glorious throne of the Lord on high, Yamato. This is indeed the signpost to a new tomorrow. The medium by which God shall bestow a new future on a world despoiled by human corruption. Oh God, at last the time has come. From the distant reaches of the universe and time, descend now upon this earth. Thousands upon thousands before me have tried, but failed. But I am the one who will finally achieve it!
Gotta dig the music in this game.
What is it?
By the way, none of these voice actors are the voice actors from the next game. that should give you some solace.
The float has risen. There's nothing you can do to stop it now. Son of a... 7 days from now, God shall descend to Earth. You can wave your fists all you want. It will change absolutely nothing!
Seriously, my controller's been vibrating through this entire cutscene. It's getting kind of annoying.
Awaits. The pulse of the stars, the life force of all living things, all will be stopped. Soon, death will rain down upon the earth like manna.
Cool! Well, that'll be something to look forward to. And I think I am going to keep Keith in the party. He's too damn useful. That was quick. How's she doing? She's resting in the London Rat's hideout. She's in better shape than I thought. I'm glad to hear that, but... well, our trouble is just starting, I'm afraid. Hey Raj, what's that big castle-looking thing anyway? It's one of the legacies that was left behind by beings who visited this planet long ago. It's Niem. When you say one of the legacies, do you mean there are other things like that out there? Oh, definitely. About 100 of them, I'd guess. That many. All that remains is ruins, but there was a person in the past who tried to revive them several times. It's just like the renowned Tower of Babel. It's not something that can be easily controlled by humans. That Albert guy, he said the gods would fly to the depths of the sky, but what is that Nem machine? It was he who said that Niem means float in the ancient tongue of Ebby. Do you know what a float is? It's a thing that bobs when a fish bites while you're fighting. Once the float goes up, God will hone in on it from the M72 nebula, some 4,800,000 light years away. You mean God lives that far away? Doesn't sound right somehow. Calling it God is something humans dreamed up themselves. More precisely, it's an alien organism. So God's an alien, huh? I always thought he sits on this leaf with his hands like this. That's Buddha. Listen. If you saw a human with the eyes of an ant, they would seem overwhelmingly huge, right? You wouldn't want to fight them, would you? Ants may not understand it, but humans could almost be their god figures for them. Are you saying that to this organism from space we're just like ants? That's correct. So I'm an ant, huh? Why is the Joe depressed? Something too overwhelmingly powerful for humans to deal with is coming to this planet. I suppose if that happens, Earth and everything on it will be wiped out. What's wrong? Well, that's what we gotta fight, right? What? You really intend to fight? Isn't there any way to stop it? Is Albert really going to bring about the destruction of the world? There is a way. We've got to destroy the float inside Niem before God hones in on it. Can it really be done? But it's floating in space. And that's where the instantaneous matter transporter will come into play. Go on and start the generator for me. Huh? This is a generator. How do I start it? Get on top of it and run. Run, I said run. I'm not getting enough power. Why do I gotta do this? Whoa. Ah, damn. Good, now we're moving. Alright, here we go. He's gone. I'm back. Did you see that? You saw what my teleporter is capable of, right? You can go anywhere using my teleporter. Yeah, it's pretty amazing, but didn't you almost get killed there? What's wrong with you? You're imagining things. It may still need a slight adjustment, but pretty great, huh? If you set the target to be NIM's specific coordinates, it flies right in. Must be another way. There is none. Well, alright. See what I mean? Either we die in this machine or at the hands of an alien organism. We shall throw the dice and let fate decide. How interesting. You really don't trust me, huh? Can't believe it. You speak that way about my greatest invention. No, I didn't mean anything. Yeah, that's right, Raj. We love your machine, so take us to the stars. Nyem, here we come. Trust me. I'll make sure to get you there safely. I promise, promise, promise. Since we made our decision, I'll get ready. Please get ready for your departure too, everyone. Should we go back to the hideout too? No, we're not going back to the hideout. Not yet. First out, I do have some cash to spend. You don't want to go back to the hideout until you're ready. Yeah, none of this stuff is going to be really beneficial to me. I actually do have some of it anyway, but what I'm looking for are these things. Thera roots, which I have 24 of. Mana roots, which I only have 19 of. I wouldn't mind having a few more of those. That's enough of a discount, I don't really care. I've got 21 pure roots. Yeah, I'm gonna have some more of those. Alice just needs them too frequently. I'm gonna try for a bigger discount on them. There we go. No, not going further than that. And then tents. And I know, I've got 17 tents, which is a crazy amount. But we're gonna get some more because I do have to grind a little bit. I do have to get some elements a little bit. And this pretty much ensures that I can grind wherever I so desire. Alright, cool, we got our stuff. Alright, so the final dungeon is now open, but we do not want to go there yet. To go there or to go to the London Rats hideout will be to trigger the scene that I cannot trigger yet. There's other things that I have to do first in order to get the good ending. If I just want the bad ending, I can go wherever the hell I want. But first, we're going to start with this and see if a certain name has finally appeared before I lose my damn mind. I don't believe I need all the level 3 gravestones for the good ending, but rest in peace, Alice Elliott. It's definitely what's carved on the tiny tombstone. Alright. Yuri has now seen Alice's name on the tombstone. Now I can beat the masks, now I can grind stuff. So we have a little bit of grinding to do. We no longer need to worry about malice. What we do need to worry about is lunch. I need me some lunch. I'm thinking some eggs sound delicious. So I'm going to get some lunch. It is currently, by my time, exactly noon. Get that shit. That was not planned. So it's exactly noon. I will try and be back on right around 1. It might be a little earlier than that. Depends. Probably a little earlier. I'm going to look up decent grinding spots for these last elements that I need, because I need a lot of air. I need a lot of air. I need a lot of... I'm not even turning the game off, and that's sad. I need a lot of air. A lot of air. I need a lot of fire. I do need a decent amount of water too, but mostly air, mostly wind and fire. Light and earth are pretty close. And frankly, light and earth I can both get in the monastery that we were just in. I can get some water there, but if there's a better place for water, I'd like to look that up. There was no wind there. There was no fire there. So I need both of those. They might actually both be at the orphanage, or they might both be at the mental hospital. So we're gonna I'll figure that out on the break as well. But for right now, thank you guys for watching. We are definitely gonna finish this today. We are probably gonna start the next game today. I need some lunch. We'll be back in less than an hour.